Hello everybody, this is Trucker John, back at you again. It's been a while, so quick update. I no longer drive for Heartland Express. There was an incident where they forced me to have to bobtail without pay 5 hours to go home, and they sent me home way earlier than I needed to be with an upcoming doctor's appointment so I could get my DOT physical done. And they screwed me on my minimum pay. I want to confront them about stealing my load off me and doing all that. I was told, oh well. Not their problem. Too many trucks needing to get to Texas, not enough loads. So because I need to get home for DOT physical, I got the short end of the stick. I didn't sit too well with me. So I started looking around. I finally get everything took care of after they drag it out for, I don't know. Maybe I just don't understand how the rules and regulation when it comes to DOT physicals and what all criteria has to be met for a company to be able to consider legit. But all I know is the R112's federal certification was fine. It was great. The state of Texas didn't recognize his certification on the state level for whatever reason, because some paperwork issues or whatever. That failed to get done when he moved from a practice in South Carolina to Texas. Don't understand it. But they forced me to wait a few extra days, lose more money. So I went to the customer, picked up a load at Lowe's Distribution Center in Mount Vernon, took it to the yard, dropped it there in Alroe, Texas. Turned in my truck for trade-in. I was burning up still, and I had a couple of companies that were just about ready to pull the trigger. And there's one guy that I'm driving for now, little small outfit, 5 trucks. They pull food grade tankers, hauling dairy product, milk, cream. I got a load of cream that I picked up out of San Antonio, going to the WDT yard, Western Dairy Transport, which is who he's contracted to haul with, pull their tankers for that and Dairy Farmers America group. It's not necessarily a bad gig. It ain't a lot of money. And the miles I was led to believe just ain't happening. We're hoping that's going to change soon. But I'm a little worried about it because bills ain't getting paid. That whole ordeal of Heartland has just put me in a pinch, and I just can't see. Seems every time I get things going, so I get screwed in some kind of way, and it screws me up. And yet again, I change jobs. Maybe that's my mistake. I don't know. I ask her for opinions on it, just to be clear. So, I'm working for Emma Adams. It's a nice setup. Got a little drawer fridge. You put a microwave up in here for me. It's got APU. It's a 2024 Kenworth T880. Pretty decent truck. The owner and the boss is really nice. The office lady's really nice. They're good people, not bad people to work for. He's got like 2 or 3 drivers that's been with him for a long time. So, I mean, he must do something right. But financially, I don't know. I don't know. If it don't turn around, I don't know what I'm gonna do. What I am putting out here is be cautious of chasing the dream of making that good money and trying to find that perfect fit job. Because sometimes you can end up like me. A lot of companies that I wouldn't mind getting hired on with, like one that I applied with before this that turned me down before I come to Emma Adams, was JS Heliwig. Now, I got a buddy that works for them, and I've talked to a couple other people, and I've done my research. Man, that's a dang awesome company to get on hold of. I've seen their trucks, but I just never thought about trying to apply with them for whatever reason. wish I thought about it a lot sooner. Because they don't want to hire me because all my job changes. You have changed a lot of jobs. You job hop a lot in the trucking industry. It can hurt you on getting a decent job. Could stick you having to work for someone like Mike, and hopefully they're at least decent people like I am lucky enough to at least say, hey, I'm working for good people. But I have concerns. And I have mentioned this to him, at least in passing. Indirectly. Feel like we had a pretty good conversation about it, but he assures me it's going to turn around. I'm hoping so, because other than the miles just not being right and a concern with low pay, if he'd give me the miles, it'd still be good money. And everybody telling me the miles, I've talked to several other people that have been in this game hauling this dairy stuff, contracting with WDT, and they say it's out there. You can make the money. It's good. I'm not seeing on my end yet. Now, that I'm not saying if you're interested in hauling milk or whatever, it's not a bad deal. No, from what I've heard about Western Dairy Transport, they're a decent company to work for as well. It's just I don't live close enough to any of their areas where they got trucks and they do things, and it just wouldn't work for me. So they're not an option for me to try to go, can I come to work for y'all? Kind of deal. Which, the sucky thing about hauling milk is these are not smooth bore tankers. There's no baffling. So if it gets started going up a hill, you're going to feel it. I'm going to tell you, I feel it. And sometimes it makes me a little nervous the way it gets going. And that's just for trying to take off. And even no matter how easy you do, you're still going to get surged because there's just no baffles in a smooth bore food grade tanker. So if you're interested in it, I'm going to warn you about that. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily unsafe. You just got to be aware of it and be cautious of it and keep it in mind. I did a 2-day orientation with him. He come pick me up from the Alvarado yard that Friday. Thursday or Friday. Thursday afternoon. Friday and Saturday did orientation. Me and another guy got introduced to my truck. Put my stuff in my truck. Got moved in. Saturday we drove down to WDT's main yard for the North Texas area and stuff. Their actual terminal shop and office there for that. Western Dairy Transport, I believe, is based in Kaibab, Missouri. That's where their headquarters is. Their yard, which is in Stevensville, Texas, it's a pretty decent little yard. Okay. I also have a drop yard not too far away in Dublin. So I'm in out of those yards a lot when I'm working around this area. Of course, there's over the road stuff to do too, and we do a little bit of that. And that's kind of, I think, where the miles are. You can make miles if you can make the turnarounds, but you're going to go through your hours sometimes because you got to go down to San Antonio, Houston, but it ain't a bad deal. I have been up in the Colorado area, delivering loads and stuff. It's not bad. It's not a bad gig. It's not a bad deal. I'm a little concerned on money. Just wanted to tell people about if you got too many jobs. Like right now in a 3-year period, I've probably had about 8 to 10 jobs. I haven't really counted up, maybe even more. Might be more than like 12. That's a lot of jobs in a 3-year period. I'm even able to admit that. So be cautious of that kind of stuff. Some of the companies I talk to that's turning me down and telling me, you know, if I only had maybe 4 or 5, I'd been all right. Now, every job I've quit, I've had good reasons for quitting. Some ones I was kind of forced to quit due to personal circumstances with family or things going on that was causing problems with the job, and I just didn't want to get fired. There's a couple of layoffs in there too, because one company shut down that part of their operation that gave me a job, and it claimed they didn't have nothing else for me to do. You know, with the other skills I had from before I was a truck driver. Is what it is. One job, you know, kind of got, I guess you could say, terminated, laid off. There's some animosity built up in there, and I just don't think I got a fair shake. And yes, if you hear this, Greg, I don't believe you or Wes gave me a fair shake, and I know Billy Bob didn't, and I still feel a little wrong. Not to say I didn't make some mistakes, but I don't believe I got a fair shake. Although I got a fair in on the deal. But that's okay. And I really like doing that job. Record driving, I would love to get back in that. Probably never will get that chance. I thought I did pretty good at it. I thought I was learning a lot and picking up on it pretty good. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I know I can make miles. I know I can make money. I know how to be a good OTR driver. I know how to run and make my time and balance my time and knock out enough miles each day to get 3,000 or more. 3,000. I have gotten almost 3,800 miles before by myself as a solo driver. If I get a job that'd pay me decent enough and let me get those kind of miles, I can make the money I need to pay my bills, get out of this financial crunch and debt. And me and my family could be took care of. But I'm having trouble finding anyone who wants to give me that kind of chance, which is part of the reason why I've changed jobs so much in the most recent years. Keep getting lied to and done wrong. Be cautious of it. You can be lied to and done wrong. Do your diligence, do your research. Try to really find out what drivers are, what's really being said about drivers. You go and hear good, you go and hear bad. You need to try to figure out which one is more, and you gotta try to make the best decision. I always say pray about it. I prayed. Now I'm gonna admit I don't know if I did enough praying on it when I took this job, because I was so worried of the financial crunch. This guy was bugging me to come to work, and I was like, well, hell, let me take this job. But you know what? Since I took this job, I had 3 different companies that wanted to pay better, had benefits and everything, call me up, offer me a job. But because I'm the type of man who believes in his word, and I told this man I'd come to work for him, I couldn't just bail out on him to go chase one of those other jobs. Now, there's a little bit of process I have to go through, but I can still go to work for one of those companies. At least 2 of them know for sure. 2. There's up and downs about them all. On BOTR, I want a company that's going to let me have my dog that I'm planning on putting in this truck with me. If anybody that sees this knows of a company, they'll give someone that's had in 3 years 10 or more jobs, chance wants to pay decently and treat you right, I wouldn't mind hearing about it. Because I don't know what's going to happen here. And I'm going to be posting this on YouTube. I'm looking around. I'm doing some applying. I'll admit it. I'm talking to some folks, some recruiters and stuff. I got several I need to call back. But the way things are going, and as hard as I've been trying to run, and they just ain't had time to fill up with trying to come up with their numbers. And they're not just calling off the wall. And I don't understand why. Hell, I've even tried to reapply to some companies I drove for before a long time ago. Got turned down one by a woman, and it was Swift Transportation was one of them. Company you didn't think I really didn't think would turn me down. That was one I thought was almost a sure bet, but their affiliation, not refrigeration, because I kind of wanting to do reefer. Really, I am. I just can't do it. Not like that. I don't know, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow brothers and sisters of the highway, got any suggestions on a job? They don't have to be a reefer. Hopper bottom, that's something I know how to do. I consider another tank pulling job, but I ain't got no hazmat, and I ain't interested in getting hazmat. So nobody tell me about fueling, hauling fuel. Not interested. If I gotta have hazmat, I ain't interested. I do have flatbed experience, but I'd rather do Conestoga if I'm gonna do that. But I am talking to one flatbed company. They're not Conestoga. I may do it. Well, there's a company that maybe they'd rehire me. I don't know. Need to call and talk to a recruiter. And I'm thinking about it. Drove for them not long ago, and they're a good company, good trucks, good trailers. And they did me pretty decent. Just hopefully they don't have the same screw up about my drug test paperwork getting lost like the last time. That sucked. I don't know. I go to work for them though. I think I'm gonna have to stay out 2 weeks at a time at least, and get out there and make some money. Anyways, been ranting a little bit, trying to give y'all cautionary tale, ranting, and I apologize for it. I got good driving history. The only thing that sucks about my application or resume is all the jobs. On the plus, I got a vast experience of doing a lot of different things. Pulling reefer, dry van, flatbed, step deck, Conestoga, tanker, roll off on the semi-trailers, as well as done the trash trucks, rear load and residential rear load, and a roll-off straight truck trash. Even had a little bit of training about pulling the little pup trailer behind it, but never finished that training. Ain't gonna say I got experience doing that. I wouldn't mind going back to work for a trash company if I could get a decent job, because there's a couple companies back home that pay. Won't go to work for Live Oak no more. They did me wrong with my daddy's health, and that's all I'm gonna say. That's the reason I left that company. I'm not having no luck, people. If Trucking Recruiter sees this, just be aware. Good, no safety awards. I ain't got no safety awards, but I do got a clean record. My job history is a problem. Bad work history. Like I said, 8 or 10 more plus jobs in a 3-year period. All right, everybody. This is the day before Thanksgiving. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so this is November 27th, 2024. So for any of y'all that see this after I post this here in just a little bit, if you see it on Turkey Day or whatever, I want to say Happy Thanksgiving. God bless everybody. And I'm going to close out with a little prayer. Let me just take this hat off for that. Give me my hair. That's hat hair. Good Lord. Good Lord. That's a mess. That's a hot mess. Dear Lord, just come to you to help. For first off, I'm talking with folks out here on YouTube, Lord. Lord, I just ask that you maybe you can help me get a connections, Lord, or just guide me, Lord. Talk to me tonight, Lord. Let me know if whether staying here is what I need to do or put the opportunity, Lord, that you're seeking me towards. Let me keep my own stubborn worries and all that out of it, Lord, for sure this time. Lord, I also want to pray for my fellow brothers and sisters on the highway out there running, Lord. Those that are away from their families, just come at Thanksgiving, Lord. Lord, just be with them, Lord. Be with their families, Lord. Be with my family, since I cannot be there this Thanksgiving. Lord, and I just ask that you keep us all safe. They're out there running, Lord. If those that are there, let all be thankful for what they have, Lord. Forgive us where we falter, Lord. Forgive me for my faltering in sins, Lord. Lord, just be with us, Lord. Guide us, Lord. And be with everyone out there traveling for the holidays, Lord. Lord, just keep everyone safe, Lord, out there on the road, Lord. Be with my fellow first responders. I know I'm not an active first responder anymore, Lord, but still be with my fellow first responders, Lord. Lord, be with be with everyone, Lord. Help this country stand up and strong with you again, Lord, if possible, Lord. Be with the world, Lord. The time is coming, Lord, and we have to realize that, Lord. Lord, just, you're mighty. You're awesome. You're loving. You're forgiving. And we thank you for it. And we thank you for this day that you have given us. In Jesus Christ's name I pray, amen. God bless y'all. Be safe.